Well, it's been a few days. Good thing I've been busy, otherwise I'd be on here all the time doing these live videos because my brain is going hyperactive with all the media and the politics and the just crazy stuff going on. So anyway, the thing that I'm really frustrated about right now and meditating on recently was the fact that right now, with the political environment that we're in and all the division and all the frustration and all the distrust and the dislike for one another and the candidates and what they stand for and et cetera and so on, I started thinking about how, you know, so many of these people that I'm watching, whether it's anti-Trump or pro-Trump or anti-Obama or pro-Obama or whatever, but so many of them are so nasty and prideful and demeaning and short-tempered and cocky and arrogant and critical and cold-hearted, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, you know, it's taken me a few days to figure out like what's going on in my brain regarding this topic of people just, the very thing that they're grumbling against and the very thing that they're getting so nasty about is the very thing that they are now doing. Meaning, for example, you know, right now, I can understand that a lot of people don't like Trump. I mean, heck, he's an interesting guy. Arrogant and doesn't seemingly care what anyone thinks or does. He's just going to do his thing, and you know, and people are very uncomfortable and very upset and scared, and I get it. But the thing that's really, the thing that really triggered me to share with you guys is that what's so disturbing to me is that people are going after his wife and going after his young son, and just finding anything they can to be nasty towards him and hate him all the more. And I think, you know, I liked it said one time, someone said to me, hey, you know, address the feelings, address the issue, don't attack the person, or attack the issue and attack the problem, don't attack the person. Now granted, Trump's given us a lot of ammo to attack him with, but even so, you know, people are saying, oh, his wife was just a gold digger, money monger, you know, older bride, and you know, she was paid for, and she's just as greedy and nasty as she is, and she's posed nude, and she's got fake boobs, and who is she to be the first lady, president lady? And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you know, I've been and this is not something I even want to talk about, but my friends that knew me growing up and in my earlier years, God forbid I had to have any of that stuff come out in public, because I was just crazy. I was just crazy. I don't even want to think about it. And so I'm thinking, yeah, you know, what if she was a mail order bride? Do you even know where she got, like, that she wanted to be the chosen one? I mean, I know that God knows that I wanted to be the chosen girl, the prettiest girl, you know, when I was dating guys, or, you know, even with my husband, there were girls all around him, and I wanted to be the one, you know. And so many times, you know, people get into relationships with hopes and dreams, even if, let's say she's a mail order bride. What if he wooed her and whatever? This is not the point, but the point is, you know, they're devouring her like they know her, like they know for a fact she's shallow and whatever. I mean, God knows I've been shallow. God knows I was so obsessed with my looks and my, you know, my youth. I had to be this size and look like this and be like this to be valued, because, you know, models had to be a size whatever, and I wanted to be a model, and that's what was good and desirable, you know. And so whether she was or wasn't, I mean, there's so much junk and hype. I mean, heck, Obama people, you know, the anti-Obama people were talking, oh, where's your birth certificate, and all that stupid stuff just for publicity. And people wanted to jump on and just go with it because they wanted to believe anything they could negative. And, you know, even recently there's been this video going around about where Melania, whatever, is kind of smiling, and then Trump turns around and says something to her, and she looks like she's going to cry. And people are going, oh, go back to, you can't speak English, you know, like, your foreign place and just they're nasty. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, where's your compassion? This gal's heart just obviously got a rip in it, just got stabbed in the heart emotionally, and you're gloating and you're vicious. I'm thinking you know, you're saying, oh, we want someone who will care about the people, and we want someone who will represent us and our body parts, and and yet you're nasty and mean and crude, and you think that's success and that's desirable? Oh my goodness, people, stop believing the lies. Stop trying to devour the people. Well, yeah, okay, Trump's annoying, whatever. Let's deal with the facts. Let's deal with the issues. Yeah, okay, his history is, yeah, he's a player, okay? He's a businessman. He's done bankruptcy. Okay, let's address those things. Let's address the issues at hand that we have to deal with. Instead of trying to hurt his family and lash out at his kids. Do you want to be like those people that were calling Michelle Obama, a beautiful, classy woman, a monkey? I mean, really, people? You're just like them, though. And so the very thing that you've despised about Trump and his arrogance and his pomp and whatever, you are now becoming that nasty, shallow, racist person yourself. And I'm saying this because I am watching white and blacks and everybody just go at each other and not deal with the facts. They're just going after people. Okay, yes, they got issues. We know it. Personal, we know it. But stop attacking each other and attacking them and trying to just find nasty stuff to just make yourself feel better, to prove that they're nasty, because you really don't know. Because, you know, some of the nicest people I've ever met, a couple of them, for example, there were 2 girls I met over the last 10 years where I first saw them and I struggled looking at them, and I'm thinking, you make me very uncomfortable, and I'm very uncomfortable looking at you because of the way you dress, and you're in the church, and you're there, and you're that, and you're got your hooters hanging out, and you know, I just was very uncomfortable in my head. I was like, okay, Lord, help me be nice, help me be nice, help me be, you know, like, help me not judge them. And later, one of them came up to me and said, oh my goodness, you know, I've really wanted to get to know you, and I just feel like you could really encourage me and help me grow. And I was like, oh Jesus, thank you. Well, how do I do that? You know, here I am like thinking bad stuff about this person where I'm struggling. And they ended up being the most sincere, adorable, generous, kind, open, honest people I've ever met. And yeah, I struggle with the way they dress. But when I could get past my own issues and my own, what I think is okay, I could see their hearts, and they were better than all the people that were dressed all conservative and cool and classy and maybe seemingly had it together. But they were generous and kind and compassionate. So, you know, I thank God that I could, by God's grace, just be like, okay, let me get past this. Let me get past the way they look. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I think it's inappropriate. But I had the opportunity to get to know them in their hearts, and I went, oh my gosh, forgive me, God. Forgive me. You know, and I'm not, and people go, oh, well, you're defending Trump and you're defending them and they're so shallow. Well, if they are, you know, maybe you don't know God, fine. But if they are, they are. Deal with the issues. Stop going after them. You know what, heck, we all do stupid stuff when we're young. You know, fake body parts or plastic surgery or whatever. She didn't say, oh, I think I'm going to be the president's wife one day. And you don't know if she's abused or not abused, and you don't know what she's going through. You know, you don't know their poor kid. I mean, heck, he's just a kid. He's like totally like tripping, like, it's crazy. The Obamas had a young kid in there too. It's not easy. So anyway, I'm really challenged, you know, because these people that are like, oh, you know, all this racism, whites against black, but so often I see they don't even know they're being racist towards whites. And I watch it and I think, wow, you're saying this and this, but you're now racist against whites. You're making this general statement against whites. And they've become the same attacking and, you know, putting people in classifications without even knowing them. So anyway, I'm encouraging myself like, hey, I'm not going for this stuff. You know what? Whether she's, you know, the President Trump's wife is fake or not fake, she looks like she's really sweet. She looks, in my opinion, like just as her demeanor, I think she is a kind person. But, you know, and someone came against me, well, and she's stuck with this nasty man and I'm going to hold it against her and she's accountable. And I'm like, how many abused women have you worked with? How many abused women have you talked to that have been in abusive relationships for years? And I'm not saying she's abused, but what if she is? Or what if she's afraid? She doesn't know where to go. I mean, heck, I know, you know, too many people that have been stuck in relationships that were very abusive physically, emotionally, verbally, and they were frozen. They didn't know where to go, who to go, how to do it. So, you know, choose compassion. Don't get wrapped up in the nastiness. You know, yeah, Trump's doing all sorts of crazy stuff, but if you think about it, you know, we don't want our gas pipelines and our stuff on our land, but we got it overseas and we're okay with that. You know, we'll just destroy them. We won't even talk about where we're getting our stuff from now, but don't put it over in our backyard. Now, I'm not saying it's okay to do it. I'm just saying, you know, here's the reality. You're getting your gas and your energy and your stuff from somewhere, and it's hurting somebody or it's affecting someone else's land, but we're not too worried about that. But when it comes near us, it's like, no, I want what I want, but you can't do it near me. So the reality is, you know, we really have to start thinking and asking questions. You know, and this whole women's rights thing, I was reading on it because I'm like, what are they really marching for? I mean, is Trump saying he's going to take away equal pay, or all of a sudden he's going to start decreasing women's wages? Or like, are they still not having wages? Why weren't they marching earlier? I don't know. And I'm not saying that would be patronizing. I'm saying I didn't get it. So I was asking my husband, I was like, well, what's really going on here? Because I realize I'm really not that informed. And I just hear what I hear everywhere. And so I looked it up, and it was like, yes, women's health care and Planned Parenthood and abortion rights and equal pay. And, you know, when they say women's rights, they say, keep your hands off my ovaries. And a bunch of women are walking around with vaginas on their head and keep your hands off my ovaries. And they're really crass and nasty. And I'm thinking, yeah, we're not going to get on your ovaries. We're trying to protect the child that you're trying to kill. Now, you don't have to be pro-life like I am. I do not condemn people that have abortions or will have abortions. But my greatest frustration is the lack of awareness. I had no clue, really, honestly, what abortion was until I actually was willing to look at it for real, like address it for real. And I wasn't religious. I just started going, well, okay, well, why are they so upset about it? Why are they so anti-abortion? I mean, it's my right. It's my body. Why can't I, you know, who are they to say? Well, I'll tell you what, I started to see the pictures and the videos of those little babies alive at 10 and 12 weeks, moving around with their little arms and their heads and a blob of tissue, and they've been left to die. I didn't have to be religious to go, oh no, I can't do that. No, I don't want it. No, I'm not okay supporting that. That's not healthcare. That's not cool. You know, now, if people still choose to do it and it's legal, then the way I see it is, well, then you form your own communities where you think this, you know, aborting your children is okay, and you make your own fund. And those of you that think it's okay and support it, then you help those who want to have them. Because when I read up on the statistics of abortion, just do it yourself. It was shocking. It's not just rape or what is it? Rape or, you know, kids with disabilities. It's just inconvenient. And well, I had sex and I got pregnant, and now I can't do it. It's just too inconvenient. It's too hard for me. And I'm thinking, well, why don't we help women, number one, be informed to protect themselves and either abstain or be ready to take care of a child, or to, you know, avoid it, and then let them see the baby and let them know, and instead of whisking them in and giving them abortion, do the ultrasound, show them the pictures, just like smoking. You know, it's so funny. They're like equating abortion to like blowjobs and Viagra, and I'm like, not even close. You know, on the smoking packages, my husband said in, I forget where, Singapore, somewhere, like on the cigarette case itself, it has pictures of cancerous tumors and black lungs, and if you smoke, you could get cancer. And they have these pictures on there. And I'm thinking, well, you know, in reality, if we put up pictures of aborted babies and all the parts and all the stuff in the abortion clinic and said, hey, yeah, you know, you're welcome to go do this, but here you go, this is the truth, they get so mad and so offended at someone showing them the truth. It's like, look, this is not religious. This is not me controlling your body. It's me bringing you the truth so that you can make a decision with information. Okay, so we need to stop